From humble beginnings at Adelaide Fringe, this group has evolved into a cult touring phenomenon, seducing audiences across Australia, Europe and beyond with dark humour, jaw-dropping vocal dynamics, sea shanty sing-alongs, bizarre sax solos and ballads that stop hearts mid-air. See them once and prepare to abandon reason, loosen the reins and unlock the boldest and silliest version of yourself for one unforgettable night. I'm talking about the Ukulele Death Squad. They release some new music and have a national tour to boot. We catch up with Alice. Let's find out all the goss. Hello, Cheryl, that radio chick, and I'd like to welcome into the Zoom room today Alice from the Ukulele Death Squad. You guys have got a new double single out, Curse of the Nipple Tape. Has a title and a half and an Australian tour to go with it. So the first one's called Beat the Man, and then the next one's called Lowlands Away. Tell us a little bit first, before we get into the new material, a little bit about Alice and how did Alice get involved in this 8-piece mayhem?
Well, the band's been going for a lot longer than what I've been in it. I actually joined in the middle of COVID. Initially, the band was spread across Sydney, Melbourne, and originated in Adelaide. I used to be based in Adelaide, and during COVID, obviously we couldn't perform together, but also we weren't in the same state. So even when restrictions were lifted, we couldn't fly to each other to perform, and we wanted to keep going. I was asked as a bit of a ring-in in South Australia by Ben Roberts, one of the founding members, along with my brother and our gorgeous singer Ash as well, and Matt's also one of the lead singers. I was brought in so that we could just keep performing once restrictions started to be lifted in South Australia. And then once COVID kind of finished, well, not completely finished, but once it was more safe for us to travel and whatnot, that's when they kind of asked, oh, well, you may as well be in the band. You've learnt all the songs, you've contributed writing.
You can stay.
Yeah, you can stay. You've earned your keep a bit. Yeah, and I remember the first festival I ever did interstate was actually the National Folk Festival, which was a wonderful introduction to the world of music and touring. Yeah, so that's how I came to be in the band. I sing and play trumpet and keys.
For those who aren't familiar with the Ukulele Death Squad, you could perhaps quickly introduce the rest of the band and what they play.
We have Matthew, who's our front man and our lead singer, although we all sing. He is big, strong belter kind of a singer, wonderful storyteller and performer. Ash has a very soulful, beautiful voice, and she also plays trombone to match that as well. Our lead uke player, Eamon, comes from a background of classical guitar, so he applies a lot of classical guitar knowledge to the ukulele and does these incredible shredding solos. Julian, who is a wonderful vocalist as well, but also plays the baritone ukulele and kind of holds down a lot of the key rhythms and kind of chord progressions within the band. And then we have Nacho, who is our percussionist and is from Argentina, so brings a lot of Latin influence to the music and is also an incredible dancer and an absolute eye candy. And then we have Ruben, who is our drummer / saxophone player. He is also a general octopus, can kind of play anything you give him. Yeah, he holds down a lot of the, form of songs for us. And then there's Steph, who is our ukulele bass player. She brings in all the funky rhythms and also has a beautiful voice as well. Am I forgetting anyone?
You guys are spread out all across Australia.
Yeah, so although we started off in Adelaide, and we actually have 4 members who are originally from Adelaide, so myself, Matthew, Ash and Silky / Steph are all from Adelaide, but we now are spread half and half across Melbourne and Sydney.
You're coming home as part of the national tour to perform at our Fringe, so it'll be great to have you back.
We're a big fan of the Adelaide Fringe. We've done it a few times, both within this project and in our own solo projects, and so it's always a great time. Yeah, we love it.
Adelaide Fringe is the best, right?
It is. It really is.
You guys start your tour 7th of Feb and it goes through to nearly the end of March in Adelaide for the Fringe on the 28th of Feb. Mm-hmm. This is really cool. Not only are you appearing Gluttony, I think, also you've got 2 performances on Popeye.
Yeah. The 2 Popeye shows are completely sold out, but we're not playing at Gluttony. We're playing in Port Adelaide.
That's right, you are, yes.
Yeah, because the concept of the show is sea shanties, we thought that we'd do a show by the sea. And what better place than Port Adelaide at Millage's distillery?
That's
so it'd be a great place to get a lovely glass of whiskey as well.
Good plan. Oh, you're going to be like me Hardy's on Popeye.
Yes.
It's like a pirate-themed show.
It's definitely pirate-inspired. I would say the Popeye gig, we're hoping for people to come along and to sing up with us, just have a lovely old time riding on a boat, singing with your friends, and really getting into the pirate spirit. There'll be some lovely slow ballads. There'll be some fast piratey, more instrumental stuff. It's going to be sea shanties through the lens of Death Squad.
Awesome. So I was going to say there's 2 performances that day, but they're sold out already.
Yeah, so there's 2 performances on the Popeye that are completely sold out, but there's still tickets available for our Port Adelaide show. I think last time we checked, we had about 40 or 30 left. So it's selling quick, but yeah, definitely still come to the one at nighttime. So we'll be doing 3 performances in one day.
Any chance you can squeeze in a 4th?
Listen, with the logistics in this band, I feel like we've done worse.
Yeah, you know, they're sold out already and people have missed out. But if you do miss out and you're in South Australia, you can still go to the Outback Bar and Grill 21st and 22nd of March if you feel like a road trip to Cooper Pedy.
Exactly. We are so excited for our Cooper Pedy trip. We've never performed, I think, that far north. And we're really, really excited about it. My parents have been to the exact venue that we're performing at, and they've said that it's absolutely lovely. And yeah, we're hoping for a really special night and a really special crowd.
Yeah, it'll be worth the trip. Before we get into the new double single, I don't even know if you can, Alice, can you define the genre of the Ukulele Death Squad? Explain it to the uninitiated.
I would say that because we all come from such different backgrounds of music, we are kind of genreless, but I would say the main thing that sticks together all of our songs is our art in storytelling. Regardless of musical genre, every song has a story. Every song has fun, quirky lyrics that draw you in. I would say one thing that we can always guarantee at a Death Squad show is that it'll be a party.
Sounds a little bit like an Irish party, an Irish gig a little bit.
We have definitely some, I guess, we're definitely folk influenced, but there's a bit of Latin in there. There's a bit of R&B in there. There's a little bit of Balkan in there as well. But I guess it all comes down to folk, and we end the genre of folk significantly.
Yeah. Who wrote these new songs that are being released for the double single? We've got Beard the Man. Who wrote that?
So my brother Matthew wrote that one. He wanted to write a sea shanty kind of poking fun at men a little bit in a very lighthearted, cheeky way. All of the things that men do that frustrate him. There's parts of the song that he's even written about himself.
Unfortunately, I can't play that one on the radio. Too many beep, beep, beeps. But Lowlands Away, now that's beautiful. I can play that one on the radio. Who wrote that one?
That one's actually an old Scottish folk song. It was used as a sea shanty. It's a very well-known sea shanty. I'm singing that one on the track. We decided to do it because other renditions we've heard of it are always quite kind of robust and really kind of fast and wanting to rally. But the lyrics of it are quite delicate. And so we wanted to do a version of it out there, or throw a version of it out there where it brings a certain emotion to it, because the story, it's been interpreted a lot of different ways. But the way that I interpret the lyrics, that it's about a person who is on a ship and they're fast asleep and they're dreaming of their lover or loved one back home, thinking about how beautiful they are and how they're going to get married. And then in the dream, he or she passes away. The person who's dreaming then wakes up and realizes that the ship's crashing and realizes that they're about to pass away. And that's the reason why they were having that dream. And so I feel like there's Yeah, that's the meaning I get from
Yes.
it. And there's been lots of other,
Yeah.
there's lots of things to take from it.
So this is a more sort of thoughtful interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah, I checked them out on YouTube. Where should the listeners go to have a little look before they commit to, driving to Cooper or Port Adelaide?
I would say have a look on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, any of the streaming services that generate, I guess, cash flow towards artists is great.
All the usual suspects.
The usual suspects, or even I believe they're up on SoundCloud as well. So yeah, definitely check them out.
And just ukuleledeathsquad.com as well, your website.
Yep. If you're keen on seeing any of our past performances, we have so many videos of us performing overseas in Germany in particular. And we've got lots of videos from our old Fringe shows. So definitely look up Uke Death Squad on YouTube to watch those.
Uke Death Squad.
Yeah.
You mentioned Germany. So, yeah, not only have you graced all of Australia, but you have represented us overseas as well. Where else have you been showing off Australian talent?
Well, last year we did a New Zealand tour and we played WOMAD New Zealand, which was very, very exciting for us. We've showcased ourselves in Germany, of course, Ireland, Scotland, England, France, Belgium, all over the place. And we only hope to do more in the next year. We're definitely planning an international tour that will happen later in the year, and then hopefully a lot more Australian shows. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for more Australian shows that will happen after the Curse of the Nipple Tape tour.
Yeah, excellent.
Keep your eyes peeled because we are also going to be releasing a bunch more music this year, which is really, really exciting. So in about a month or so's time, follow us on social media, on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the above, and you'll get the latest, I guess, sneak peek of our new songs that will be coming out.
And are they newly written songs or are they new takes on some old songs?
A bit of both. We've got a combination of songs that were written ages ago that we have made new into this new, I guess, EP kind of thing that we're releasing, but also just a bunch of newies as well. Yeah.
Awesome. The Ukulele Death Squad aren't your average ukulele ensemble. I think we've made that pretty clear. 8 musicians, maniacs and misfits. You're described as wielding the smallest stringed instrument in the world. What is that?
The ukulele.
Is that the smallest?
I don't actually know if that's technically the smallest, but do you know what? For radio's sake, we'll say it's the smallest.
Right. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good headline.
We can't be asking those questions because I don't know the answers.
But apparently it's been wielded as a weapon of chaos and an invitation to surrender inhibitions. The shows are equal parts musical odyssey, theatre, ritual, and late-night fever dream. That's an explanation for you.
I would agree with all of those. There's nothing quite like our live show. I remember a few years ago we played at Woodford and there was a live breastfeeding at one of our shows, which was very entertaining.
So you never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds like a whole heap of fun. So Adelaideans, get onto the Googleometer, get along to a show near you before it sells out, and I shall see you down the front.
Yay! Can't wait to see you there. Woo!
Thank you so much, Alice, for spending a bit of time in the Zoom room with us today, and we look forward to seeing you when you get to our town.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to come.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
As mentioned, the new double single, The Curse of the Nipple Tape, that still makes me laugh, features 2 live a cappella tracks, Fuck the Man, which I can't play for you, and Lowlands Away, which I can. So here it is, with our Alice singing.
I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, me, John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands away. She She came to me at my bedside. Lowlands, lowlands away. Me, John, all dressed in white like some fair bride. Lowlands away. She made no sound, no word she said. Lowlands, lowlands away. Me, John, and then I knew my love was dead. Lowlands away. I then awoke to hear the cry. Lowlands, lowlands away. Me, John, oh watch the deck, oh watch ahoy. Lowlands away.
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.